Alright, sure. Sonic has definitely had some rough titles in 3D, but let's talk about some that a lot of people agree are great. Yo, what's up everyone, this is BP Bradley. Today we're here to list my top 5 favorite modern or 3D Sonic games. One day I'll do a full ranking when I end up playing all of the 3D Sonic games, as I'm only missing a few. For each of these games, I'm going to talk about the things I love about them, some things I dislike, and why I put it at that respective spot. Without any more messing around, why not get right into it? Coming in at number 5, I'm putting Sonic Colors. This game is a great blend of 3D boost gameplay mixed with 2D puzzles. The wisps in this game make for a unique experience not gotten through most Sonic games. I think this game has plenty of replayability as well as a ton of fun to be had. Sonic Colors was the second Sonic game I ever got to play, so I definitely have a ton of nostalgia for it. Some of my favorite things about this game are the beautiful backgrounds that fully live up to the name of Colors, as well as the wisps and the fun and new gameplay elements that they provide. At Sonic's core, it was always about finishing the level as fast as possible in different ways, and I think the wisps bring a wonderful twist to that formula that really resonated with a lot of people. Not to mention the soundtrack is absolutely fire. Another thing I like a lot about Sonic Colors is the story's simplistic outlook. While it definitely has some cringe dialogue, I can't argue that. It's just a simple story about Sonic stopping Eggman, and it works very well. Now, for some things I dislike about Sonic Colors, I have to say there's just too much 2D in this game. I love the 2D games and the 3D games, but I don't think the blend of the two works as well for me. That's really about my only issue with Colors, as I think the wisp potential in 3D was just kinda missed. Otherwise, Colors is a fun and enjoyable adventure that anyone can enjoy. Oh, speaking of adventure, so Sonic Adventure 2 is a very interesting game to me. Some people put this one at the absolute top of their lists, and I totally see why. Sonic Adventure 2 is a game that has a lot of stuff going for it. It was the introduction of Shadow, and obviously he's a fan favorite for tons of people. Sonic Adventure 2 is a blend between the 3D levels and a more linear experience, and I think it worked great for what it was going for. SA2 was not a game I had growing up, but I always knew what it was and I respected it. When I finally got around to checking it out, I was very surprised at how well it still controls and plays to this day. I enjoy the voice acting, and the story is probably one of the best Sonic stories to date. I think this game is one of the better game sequels out there as well. When it came to it, SA2 changed up the formula from Adventure 1 and went for a more linear experience, but still had multiple paths, a great story, the Chow Garden was a lot of fun, and overall it's just a blast to play through. One thing I just didn't like about SA2 were the Knuckles stages. I don't know, they just weren't too enjoyable for me to be honest. And the mech stages weren't amazing either, but not too bad. Overall, I actually really enjoyed this game and it's a ton of fun, especially in Sonic and Shadow's levels. At number 3, I'm putting Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure to me is the superior game over its sequel. I think the fully 3D non-linear levels are amazing in every way and I love them. Sonic Adventure is all about adventure and I have a lot of respect for that. It did exactly what it sought out to do, and that was to put the 2D Sonic formula into a 3D game. While I once again have no nostalgia for Sonic Adventure, I do believe it still holds up very well against the other Sonic games today and is better than most of them. I think the level design is some of the best that the series has seen, as well as the music is absolutely banging. I love the hub worlds. Yes, I know there's not much to do in them, but I just love the atmosphere. Playing as the other characters in this game is actually fun to me, and I absolutely love Knuckles stages in SA1. In SA2, they once again weren't as fun to me, but I still had a blast with them here. I also think the story is pretty awesome. It's so cool to see how all of these characters' different paths collide in their respective stories, and it's really cool to see it unfold. SA1 has a certain charm about it that I don't think any other 3D Sonic game quite has. It was the first ever 3D Sonic game, so therefore it was inevitably going to be compared to Super Mario 64, and honestly I think this game stands its ground against Mario 64. It's that good. Some things I don't really care for in SA1 are the camera and unfortunately Big's gameplay. I definitely don't dislike Big as a character like a lot of people do, but I just don't care for the fishing. It's just out of place. It's not horrible, but once again just out of place. Overall, the different playstyles work very well and they're all very unique. It just goes to show how good Sonic 06 really could have been. So obviously that leaves 2 games left. We all know which ones they are. Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. Which one do I think is better? I've made videos on both of these games, so if you've seen those, you probably know what's going at what spot. In my Sonic Unleashed video, I said that the game has held up very well in 2021, and honestly, I might have undermined it a little bit in that video. Therefore, I'm putting Sonic Unleashed at number 2. I know I said I undermined it, and I did, but trust me when I say I still think this game is amazing. Sonic Unleashed on the Xbox One is one of the most fast-paced and action-packed platformers I've played, and I absolutely adore it. Well, half the game is. We'll talk about that. Sonic Unleashed provides the player with 2 totally different experiences within the same game. The quick, fast-paced reaction time gameplay of the daytime stages, and the slow beat-em-up platforming of the nighttime stages. And honestly, I like both styles, but the Werehog stages don't even compare to the day stages for me. This was the first 3D use of the boost gameplay in mainline games, and I think it was nearly perfected. I love that you can upgrade Sonic in both forms, and I love the small but fun hub worlds. What makes Sonic Unleashed so unique is just the sheer amount of love it's gotten over the years. When it first came out, it seemed like everyone hated it. Now, a lot of people consider it one of the best Sonic games. I played the Wii/PS2 version growing up, and it was always a blast to me, but now that I've played the 360/PS3 version, I can proudly say it's better. I do remember enjoying the Wii version a lot though, I just think there were too many of the Werehog stages. Anyways, Sonic Unleashed also had my favorite voice actor for Sonic, Jason Griffith, who I think nailed the performance in one of his last roles as Sonic. Fun fact, Griffith was actually sick during the recording for Unleashed, so imagine how bad off he was after recording the Werehog lines. Anyways, no game is without fault, and of course Sonic Unleashed has a few. My biggest issue is probably the homing attack being mapped to the same button as the boost. It's just kind of annoying sometimes, not gonna lie. Also, I still think the game is a bit glitchy, but not as bad as some people say. Definitely not as bad as Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom. And I'm also hoping that getting a Series X will eliminate the frame rate issues with that fancy 60 FPS boost. But yeah, Sonic Unleashed has a few issues. Maybe some of the Werehog stages are a little bit too long, and maybe collecting the medals is a bit tedious. But overall, the game is a blast, and I find myself replaying the day stages all the time, as I think it's some of the best we're ever gonna get. So, that leaves one game. What game is it? You probably already know.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
It was pretty close, but overall, I think Sonic Generations is the most fun I've ever had playing a 3D Sonic game. The levels are fun, fast, and have a lot of different paths to explore. I still find new paths to explore in the levels to this day. This is the best use of the boost formula in my opinion, as this game is all about keeping this insane speed while pulling off frame-perfect jumps and movements. Once again, I have no nostalgia for this game, as I never got to check it out as a kid, but Sonic Generations is all about the fans, which I admire a lot. Everything from the stages, to classic Sonic, to the music, it's all about the fans. And I think it was a perfect anniversary title. I don't have as much to say about classic Sonic other than this. His stages were fun enough, but I don't find myself replaying them that often. Similar to the Werehog and Unleashed, I think it's pretty harmless, but at the same time, This game really shines for me in the 3D stages. I think the level design is amazing, taking levels of old and making them feel brand new again. I love it. I can't tell you how many times I've just hopped on and found myself speeding through the game stages over and over. It's just a blast. And at the end of the day, that's all I'm really looking for in a Sonic game, fun and replayability. Sure, Sonic Generations doesn't have a great story, its final boss is horrible, among other things, but I think it's the Sonic game with the least amount of problems. I think it's almost harmless, honestly. It's just a fun, fast-paced adventure in which you get to relive some of Sonic's best stages. To me, I think this game captures everything about Sonic's gameplay very well, and it's just overall the most fun I've ever had in a Sonic game, and still do to this day. Like I said, there are a few things about Generations that could have been better, but overall, I think the game is just amazing. If I did have a few things to gripe about, I would say I think there's too many city stages, and they could have diversified or added more stages from each game. I also think Planet Wisp sucks, and is too long, because it is. So yeah, that was my top 5 modern/3D Sonic games. What did you think about this list, and what are your top 5 Sonic games? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and make sure to hit that bell to get notified when I post. This has been your boy BP Bradley. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace out.